Hello, people. It's me, Christina. Yes, I know that people that are tracking this phone are like, oh my God, she's this and that. I know where she is. Oh my God. Well, guess what? There's a reason behind everything. But you don't know what it is. So that's okay. I accept that. So you say and do what you need to do. But remember, I've never done anything to you. Therefore, if you want to judge and do whatever you need to do, that's on you, not me. Because I don't judge, I don't do anything. People do things for unknown reasons. And people do things for the goodness of our hearts. Which, you know what? Not a lot of people have hearts, I realize. Not everyone. I'm saying some people do. They definitely do. But some people do not. And those are the people that I'm referring to. And those people, in the end, will eventually see their destiny. And not by me, but by somebody else. Meaning, if you believe in the higher power, God or whatever, I don't know, because everybody's different. Everybody, if you make a bad decision or if you do things just out of spite, which we're not here on earth to do, we're here to promote love, kindness, peace. And I know you always have an each child, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's better than evil and revenge and hate. Right? So remember that in your life every single day. If you ever have a problem with somebody, this is my advice to you. Speak up. Say it loud and proud, but in a professional manner. Talk diplomatically. And yes, sometimes you get heated and you raise your voice because you're passionate about what you believe in. And that is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But don't do it, I know, in front of, if you're in a business area, you do it privately. But sometimes it just happens because of the situation. It's a situational leadership behavior. And you have to take control of that situation at any point in time. And that's what I did. And some people didn't like that. They said, oh, she's blah, blah, blah. I know. I know a lot of things about business. And I know a lot about character and dignity and respect. And if you don't have it, and you don't portray it, don't get mad at people that do and fight you for it. Because you know what? They know what's right and what's wrong. And they're going to fight what is right. They're not going to be a doormat anymore. They're going to speak up and say, you're wrong. You had no right to do that. No right. And that's how it should be. Everybody should speak up. I'm teaching a lot of people about this. Don't be a doormat. If it's wrong, and I know what happened to me in many situations were wrong. So wrong that in the beginning, I didn't say a word. And then I started speaking up, but it depends on who you speak up to. Because some people, what I learned, again, depends on who, that person may not do a damn thing. And I found out that today because of certain situations. They don't want to do it because of this and this. But it's wrong. You cannot treat an individual you should not treat. Cannot, should not. And eventually, if you continue the behavior, even the first behavior could be prosecuted. and disciplined at any point in time, if that person chooses to do so. So make sure you're doing the right thing. And yeah, I learned a lot about my life. I know I can't control everything in my life, but I will control my behaviors, and I will promote and influence and do what I can to do what's right. And if people don't want to listen, that's their choice. I will not sit back and be this person that doesn't speak. This is what I've been doing. My videos, my talking with people that as soon as it happens, you disrespected me, this and that. But I'm going to put the past in the past. And I know what happened in the past. They're not going to blame me for stuff that went on in the past. I took responsibility and I said exactly what needed to be said to the appropriate people. And do you think those people did anything? As far as whatever, I'm not even going to get to it. It's stupid. But just know some things, as I spoke to a coworker today in my heated, just talking about a situation that happened this weekend, as you know. I said to them, I can't control people's behavior. I can control mine, and I will do what's right. I can try to influence people to do better, make better decisions, and do what's right, and I hope they listen. But in the end, it's what they do. Their actions will speak. And if you chose the wrong action, in the end, you're gonna pay for what your decision. That's why I believe in what's good and what's right, and I try to promote it. And everybody makes mistakes, and I know that. But our alternative is this: do we learn from our mistakes and not repeat them, or do we repeat them and accept the consequence? And I've seen a lot of people just accept the consequence and not do a damn thing. Even though so many people have talked about it, and I have talked to everybody and nothing happened. But that's okay. That gave me an insight as to what things just don't change sometimes. And if they don't, they're going to eventually pay, meaning I already see the downfall of a company or the downfall of a relationship. You see it because they don't want to change. And you can say that about me, but if you directly, and I'm talking directly, talk one-on-one, and you tell me how you feel, you will. If I totally agree with you and I listen with an open ear, open eyes, everything, I listen and I say my thoughts and I listen to your thoughts, and if I will change if I need to, meaning if it's I see what you're saying, thank you for telling me, I'm going to fix that. That's how you should be with any feedback from anybody. If you have the courage to speak up, but if you don't speak up directly, nobody knows. So, I'm enjoying my little trip here. And I'm not going to sit here and do a long video, but I love my kids and I want my kids back, but my son is going to college. My daughter is going to be coming with me very soon. As soon as I can get the people that don't want to change, which, you know what? I've spoken a lot about if you don't want to change, just move forward. Don't think about revenge on people, or don't think about, oh my God, that person, blah, 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 blah. Like, just go and spend quality time with family and friends. Don't sit there and stalk somebody. Don't sit there and see what they're doing. Go spend quality time with your family. If you don't want to talk to me directly and you don't want to change the relationship or business, whatever it is with me, just move forward, please. And don't, if you want to talk and open in what it's important, I am happy to speak. Because that's who I am. I say a lot of things that nobody likes to say. And I have some helpers that I've appreciated along the way. These big eyes are behind my head too. And everywhere else. So, with that being said, speak to me and tell me what's really going on. Or do I need to do something that you don't want me to do? Just saying. And no, that's not a threat. That's just saying open communication is the best with any situation. Professional and personal. Speak. Don't act behind somebody's back or head or wherever or the door or where. Don't stalk me. Don't do investigating. Like, I don't investigate unless it's wrong. And I've done nothing wrong. Did I hurt you? No. No. You just want to see what I'm doing. Live your life with your friends and family unless you want to speak to me. Then communicate. And if you don't want to speak to me, don't sit there and do things to me and talk about me. I'm not in your life. If I'm not in your life, I'm not in your, like, I don't see you every day. And a leader can be a leader, and you're right. Like, let's say the president of the world. I'm not in everybody's life, but I want them to live the best life, and I'm trying to guide them. Guide people on how to handle situations in their life. I can't be there, you're right, everywhere. But I can promote what I want to bring to the world. And yes, the next person, do it. But as I learned in the past, I have not been recognized, and it's not about recognition or money, but monetarily, let's think about how much money I brought in. We can go there another time, and people just they want me to beg for something that I already know. I'm not that person, but you know what? There's other ways. There's other ways, but I don't want to go there. But if that's what they want to do, obviously, because they should be knocking on my freaking door and ringing my phone up and contacting me. Not through email. No. What did I say? Number 1, communication. Quiz. Number 1, communication. I'm listening. Direct. Face to face. And you know what that means? Walking up to somebody and talking. Just so you know, everybody knows what face-to-face direct communication means in my mind. Nothing else, nothing will suffice. I will listen, observe, but to make it real, which I am keeping it real in everything in my life, is face to face. You know what? I'll even accept maybe a video like this, because you're gonna accept mine. But a video, unless you're talking to the one like FaceTime or You can call somebody and do a video talk, like that face-to-face. I'm going to promote face-to-face as in like video right now, but what I really want with people, if they want to connect with me, is face-to-face. Maybe even touching, like seeing if that person's real. Are you real? And no, a camera cannot tell me you're real. But a video is a video, and I'm obviously I'm telling my video right now everything about me. Well, how my thoughts work and how my thought process about communication and everything. And I'm not going to get into any specifics. I decided that that's not appropriate right now. It's appropriate for the appropriate people. But this is how I want to promote people to communicate. Text, phone, mass communication is not acceptable to me. Some people will, it's acceptable, and I'm not going to be putting those people down. I'm not putting anybody down. Actually, get that straight. I'm not putting anybody down. I want people to realize, and if they want to change, they can. If they don't, that's not up to me. That's up to them. This is how I work, and if you want to be a part of this, and there's a lot to offer, then you can change and be a part of it. If you don't, that's your choice. That is your choice, and I respect those differences as long as they're not hurtful and harmful. But this right here, this video, see, I'm videoing here, but I'm videoing somewhere else. So if this is erased or deleted or changed or remade, I already know people like do that crap. It's not going to happen because you will be prosecuted. See, I'm learning the word prosecution as in starting to change society by actually disciplining them. Because if we can't discipline these people, they're going to do it, continually doing it. That's what they're doing for many years. And that's history, right? When you continually do something and you think it's not right, you just do it because it's all you know. That's all they know. I'm telling you, there's a different way of life. And I can prove things at any time, but I'm basing my thought process on humanity, but I have a backup plan. So I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to these harmful people to change and be a better person. But in the end, they can still be prosecuted if they don't change. So that's it. You make a choice in life. Do what's right. I know we're not all on the same page, but take what I'm saying and think about it. That's all I'll ask. That's all I can ask. If you don't want to lead this life, that is your choice. And I'm not here to change anybody. Well, I am in a good way, but I'm not here to offend. But then again, if you're making wrong decisions and hurting people for no reason, you'll feel offended because I'm not on the same page as you. See, my mind knows. We know. Not just my mind. We know. People get mad. They get angry, bitter. When we're different, one communicates better than the other. Oh, we get jealous. Or we get... no. I don't. I say what's on my mind. And I know everybody's not like me. I know that. And I respect it to a point. I will not be a doormat anymore. I will not treat it that way anymore. But nor should anybody. Nobody. I know I'm repeating myself now, but anyways, I think I've really summed up everything that needs to change. And maybe one more thing. Of course, you know me. About the past, people. We cannot live in the past. I will not live in the past. I know we've had this same elections, same processes, same this, same that. Can we accept change? Can you accept change? Even when it comes to like the presidency. Because the presidency, let's think about that. We're going to elect somebody to the presidency of our country, right? I will not be just a Republican or just a Democrat. I'm sorry. I will not be that person. So I guess you will call me an independent. I call myself Christina. And my motto is just Christina. That's it. I'm not here to say I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. Why don't we just talk about each issue as a candidate? Oh, what? Why do we have to designate a party? Because that, I already know. That's how it's always been. We always do that. Why? Because you know half the people in the United States are not 100% Democrat or 100% Republican. Why do we have to divide it from the beginning? We're dividing our country from the very start of the presidency. Really? This is my thought process, and this is how I think, and this is how I want people to change. No more dividing. Just be the candidate and talk about each issue that is presented in our world. And your resolution to that issue will be more appreciated than if you're saying, I'm a Democrat and blah, 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 blah. I'm a Republican, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to fight and we're going to put down each other, blah, 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 blah. That's all I hear, and that's why I shut it off and don't pay attention. That's it. I know. And to be honest, with the 2020 election coming up, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah. If you want to divide my thoughts, no. If you want to change and be a person and be a country where each person has a thought on each issue, then yeah, maybe. Because I have a thought and a resolution, my resolution to each issue. But you're not going to designate me as a Republican or Democrat. That's what I feel. Like, why do you divide the country in the first place? That's dividing the country. Stop, people. Unite. Let's just be a candidate. Not a Republican, not a Democrat. How about just a candidate? But I already know the answer to this one. It's always been like that. You cannot change the past. Come on. We can change. It's the 21st century. We can do what we want, but we don't want to because we're not open to. Open your mind and that's all you need to do. And life could get better. We won't be divided as a country. We would not be divided as a country. We would be united and just have different resolutions to each issue. Instead of dividing everybody, we'll just have a resolution to different issues. I know there's probably more to it because there's money involved, fundraising, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, if you're really truly for the people, and I already know, like, corporations take over, blah, blah, I know that crap, but that's the whole part. Like, things can change. A true president can be a president without having people stress you out and saying you have to do this. You have to do this. No. Let's talk it through. Let's hear your positives and negatives. And we'll come up with the best resolution for the country. Oh, brilliant idea. I'm just kidding. I'm being silly at the same time truthful. In my eyes, in my insights, in my views. Everybody has a different view. I'm helping people understand my point of view. And therefore, if I speak, maybe people will listen. That's my job for me on this earth is to make it a better place before I leave. And that's my goal. For myself, my family, and the people I are surrounding by me, like my family. But my life right now is very family. Who's family, right? My family is not family. Family could be different people, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your purpose on earth. Yeah, you could just walk on by, do nothing. Just, oh yeah, he said that. Oh yeah, that's going on. No, that's not. You need to step it up. Step it up. And learn and listen. And if you want to make a difference, if you don't, so be it. I can't change everyone, but I can change the people that care. If you care, then you will do what I'm saying. And I'm saying a lot. I told you I'm going to speak. It wasn't last night, but I'm going to speak. So, just remember a couple things tonight. Number one, change can happen if you allow it. And if you are not revengeful and like just wanting to hurt people because of whatever. If you're positive and want to make a difference in this world, which I don't understand why half people don't want to do, because we're here for a reason. If you just live your life and not make a difference, what the hell are you... I mean, yeah, you're dealing with your family. I get that. Dealing with the stresses of life. Good Lord, I understand that. But up here, like, you've got to think about... Not everyone does, but I'm helping you. The real purpose why we're here. We are living amongst each other. You can say community from state to nation to world. We are living amongst each other. Would you not want the best for the people that are surrounded by you? Why bring negativity in any situation? If you can resolve it diplomatically in a positive outcome, maybe not for everyone, but if you have good points of view and talk it out, it's worth it. But people don't... I'm trying to change this. People don't understand. I've witnessed it. I have witnessed so much crap. They live in the past and they treat people like the past. And I've been a part of many awful situations. And some good, but some terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. And I spoke up, and yet people are like, oh, how dare she speak up? Really? I have every right to speak up. every right. And so do you. Every person has a right to speak their mind, but remember your intention. Is it to hurt somebody just because you don't like them? Or is it to make the better place, better community, better world? That's, just remember the reason behind your actions and words. I'm not here to harm anybody. You treat me right, I'll treat you right. You treat me wrong, I will do as I need to. Meaning, some things are out of my control and God takes over and does things, but I'm not gonna stand for it. I will fight, I will do what I need to do to make it right. And I'm not here, like I said, I'm not here to harm people. And if you are, why? Are you really put on this earth to harm people? Think about that. Are you put on this earth to harm people? No. No one is put on this earth to do that. I don't care your upbringing. You know what's right and what's wrong, but you have been influenced. Everybody has a different story and everybody has a different life. But you are not put on this earth just to harm people. No. If people realize that, you will have a better place called life, world, community, world, everything. If more people understood that. Less war, less revenge, less jealousy, less hate, less everything. We are not here for that. We are here, we got a small time frame here. It's called our life. You got to do the best you can do to make it the best. Why not? You want the best for your family, no matter what class you're in. No matter what class. Lower, middle, upper, whatever. You want the best for yourself. So why don't we just all unite and say, okay, let's do what we can do for everyone. And the bills, the debt, and everything, you will see if we're all on the same page, we'll disappear. Just like that. Because we're all united and not divided. Because don't start a presidency dividing our country. That starts it right there. You are saying you have to be this and you have to be that. And don't get me wrong, I respect our past and our history. Never get me wrong. But times have changed. We can change. We have the power to change that. I know there's going to be a rebuttal, and that's fine. And I love to hear it. I love to hear all the rebuttals because I love to listen and learn their insight because I don't know everything. I know what I have in my mind and my insight and what I want to do. And I'm trying to promote it so we can all be on the same page. And I know we'll never be on the same page, but if you're doing what's right and what's best for your family, your community, your state, your nation, your world, we wouldn't have half the problems we have today. Less crime. I know we have different classes. Don't get me wrong. I know all that, but we have the power to change in our thoughts, in our mentality to help everyone. And there will be people that just don't agree with me. They're going to, just because of the way they were brought up or whatever, and don't get mad at me for my thoughts. Just like I can't get mad at you, but I want you to be a better person. Is that so wrong? I want you to be a better person. You and me and the next person and your family members and your friends, all to be better people. But it's not, it's an internal and mentally thought process. But if we are surrounded by the dividedness, which is going on, of course we're going to be divided and crazy and stupid. Like, people are doing stupid things. And I'm in a situation here where I shouldn't be, but I know I take the best of everything and do what I can to promote the best. That's all I can do. And I'm going to do the best I can, because you have one life to live. Live it. And if you want to be evil and negative and all that crap, I'm sorry. I'm not part of that. But that's your choice. That is a choice you can make. But if you want to be a part of the other side, which promotes change and unitedness and positivity and everything that can actually be happy and not me. I'm just getting a little silly with you because of this presentation, or not even presentation, my lecture, or whatever I'm going to call it, my video is getting... But anyways, all right, so know that we can... Here's my point. Know we can change for the better. And I'm going to promote this. I am going to post this on my YouTube account. And because I don't want people stealing my thoughts, I have something recording me as I say this, because I don't trust my phone anymore. And I'm sorry to say that, but I've been screwed by my phone so many times. Weird to say, but we all know people do things and it's wrong. And therefore I've learned to have a backup plan. So I'm going to close this out because it's getting very long. I hope I have said some things that you can think about, at least think about. I want to change, those people that are negative, whatever, but I know I can't tell you what to do, but I hope you listen to me. That's all I can hope. Listen and want to change. Because in the end, it's all about community. Every state, nation, world. I always bring it. So, make good decisions, listen, and do what is best. And one thing I have to add, somebody I heard said something, don't do something and ask forgiveness later. Just don't do it, period. Okay? That's what I've learned. Just don't do it. If you already know it's bad, don't do it. Because God only forgives so much. Remember that. I heard that statement today. And and it stuck with me. They didn't know I heard it, but I did. Do it and forgive. No. Don't do it and ask for forgiveness. If you know it's already wrong, think twice and change your mind before the action. Because life is worth way much more than screwing somebody and then asking for forgiveness. No. And I know people are going to disagree, but I'm telling you my insights. These are my thoughts, my feelings, my motivational speech that will help, I hope, and make a realization. Maybe people knew, maybe people didn't know. I don't know. But I'm here to help promote change. So we can do this. Are you with me? All right. You guys have a wonderful evening, what's left of it. And I'm ready to post this. All right. Take care. God bless. Good night.